Talk Bowling, episode 117. I'm Dustin Seymour.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to bring you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates from the world's largest bowling website, bowlingball.com.
So we have a special guest today. The beautiful man to our right. You may remember him from some older Talk Bowling episodes. But what you probably know him for more would be the BowlVersity section of our site. And it could be the small fact that he's a PBA champion, but that, that's also kind of important. That's Rich Kuuba. Say hi, Rich.
Woo! We should have like applause in the background, like
maybe
the crowd should have.
Yeah, I expected a better.
We'll have to put some audio behind that, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're sorry for that. I was the only one.
Hi, everyone.
So if you don't know about BowlVersity, BowlVersity is at the very top of bowlingball.com. There's a tab. Just click on that. And that's literally going to bring you to thousands of original articles. How many have you written, Rich?
I think I've contributed 2,200 articles to the BowlVersity section of the bowlingball.com website. I guess in order to be enough background to contribute that many articles, it's a sign of a misspent youth.
Well, it's safe to say that there's no bowling writer in the world that puts out as much excellent content, or as much content as Rich does.
No doubt.
So we're happy to have him here with us for a couple of episodes.
I'm going to talk a little bit about BowlVersity and what we do. Dustin touched on it quickly, but if you're not sure what it is, if you go to bowlingball.com, at the top there's actually going to look like a tab for file folder, and there's a tab for BowlVersity. When you click that, it's almost like a microsite inside of our site. The header for bowlingball.com, the shopping section up at the top is all still there, but down below you're going to see filters to go into beginner, advanced articles, specific topics that you're looking for, publications from around the industry, the PBA and Bowler's Journal and things like that. Most of our in-house content that is written, I would say 98% of it maybe, is written by Rich. So if you want to talk maybe a little bit about what you do and how you try and focus in on that.
I'll be happy to. We first started this BowlVersity program to have a place to deposit information. It's like a big library at the site. And we thought if we could offer a mixture of instructional content or maybe some editorials, some articles where we get you people to participate and put some comments in, which are very useful to us so we know what you expect and would like to hear and know. And we try to address those things. And also we try not to leave out anybody. The world's full of bowlers. This isn't just for the top tier bowlers in the world. We want to take brand new people who are just getting started in the game all the way through the best players. So we try to, if you'll notice in BowlVersity, there's some different sections that for different experience levels, I guess is a good way to say it. Yeah. And so if you're not familiar with it, it's just not the articles you read in the newsletters. If you subscribe to the newsletters, you're going to get some really good comprehensive material pretty much every newsletter.
Yeah.
But there's as many articles each month go into the regular section, maybe intermediate, maybe beginner, or a different section. And Dustin does a great job at all the new bowling balls, and I think that BowlVersity has matured so quickly and so fast and has so much stuff that we may even need to some point restructure, reorganize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's given some thought to that. I'd like to see more videos and things like that, but we'll get to that. But that's essentially what we do. I try to address articles for most of you.
And the best part is it's totally free. All the articles, all the content is 100% free. So,
and you'll see it come up if you've done any searches on Google for arm swing or how do I correct my timing. You'll see it all the time. You'll see bowlingball.com come up in the search query, but then it's kind of cool to see BowlVersity show up below that. You'll see a bowlingball.com/BowlVersity link. So obviously the content we're putting out there is searched for, people are looking for it, and Rich is the man behind most of that content.
yes.
Well, it's been a privilege. 7 years now I've been doing it with you guys. That's great. What a nice way to stay involved in the industry after many, many years.
He's only 52, so I mean, you've been
doing
52.
Yeah.
He's also one of the coolest people you ever meet.
70 years old, folks. I'm very proud of that. I made it.
Rich is proof that bowlers can be cool. So.
Yeah, and you know something we talk about, I mentioned age here. I think it's important to know that a lot of coaches or a lot of people that have been in the industry as long as I have, and it's 40 years, you start thinking in terms of, well, the old days were the best, or this era was better than this era, and so on. I don't believe so. I believe in moving the cheese right along to the present day and paying attention to what's going on. What are the latest coaches teaching? What, you know, things have changed so much, Tony. You know, the lane conditions have changed because of the surfaces are improved from 50 years ago. The approaches, the types of oil being used. Not to say anything about all this wonderful bowling ball equipment you get to choose from.
Yeah.
So it's a question of getting things matched up, but I still believe you need a good delivery system. If you want to improve your average and improve your game, there's a lot of things you can do both physically and with equipment, and we try to address those issues.
Yeah.
So since we have the master here, we have a question from YouTube, so we're gonna let him kind of take the lead after I read it. So Stephen Vincent asked, can you be a good bowler while squeezing? I can't throw the ball without squeezing my thumb against the inside of the thumb hole. If I don't squeeze, the ball falls off my hand and goes nowhere. I average 183 right now, but that's mostly because I miss spares.
Well, I think the first thing that comes to my mind, Steve, and anyone else that's interested, everybody has a different threshold for gripping the bowling ball. It's easy to tell people don't squeeze it, it's form fit, it's custom fit for your hand. But I've actually had, during the years I worked in Las Vegas and was coaching every day, some people, senior citizens, ladies for example, don't have a very strong grip. And I would tell them to put their hand on my wrist and squeeze as hard as they could. And sometimes I'd barely feel any pressure. I would tell those people to squeeze the bowling ball. And some people that had a real iron clamp on it and had a hard time getting the thumb to escape quickly enough, then we would tell them differently.
Yeah.
So you can be effective squeezing the ball, but I think it's best to think of it as consistent gripping pressure from the time you place your hand in the ball, Tony, all the way through the swing, through the release area, until you complete your follow through.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree that there are people that can squeeze the ball and get away with it, and grip pressure, arthritis, things like that. If you feel like you are squeezing the ball not because you want to, but because you have to, I would say to go get your pitches, your span checked by your pro shop. It is possible that the squeezing is a result of just something being off in the fit. Pitches can easily make you feel like you have to squeeze the bowling
That's
ball.
most of the time someone squeezes, that's because the thumb is too big.
It's either size, pitch, it could be span, it can be a lot of different things. And what you want to watch out for is when you squeeze, when you're gripping the ball in a certain manner, you're using different muscles in your arm. And there are certain muscles that are definitely stronger and meant to be used in the way we use them when we bowl, and some that aren't. So you don't want to develop an issue, a medical issue, because of squeezing. So if it's not because of it's a gripping pressure type of thing, because you feel you have to do it, I would get that checked out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, have your grip checked.
If I could throw in a couple of things. Sometimes if you grip the ball a little more firmly with finger pressure, you can relieve some of the thumb pressure, but just keep a firm pressure on all the gripping fingers, and then that'll help you get your rhythm. What's really important in bowling is to have consistent swing tempo and swing rhythm, so your release occurs at the same moment relative to your sliding foot. And sometimes bowlers early one shot and late the next shot, and by that time if your hand is moving to rotate the ball slightly, you get a little different rotation of your axis slightly. You can alter your ball reaction. So it's always good to strive toward everything being consistent, repetitive. And so a modified gripping pressure and a consistent gripping pressure is your goal, should be your objective.
Consistency is the key to bowling. It really is. I mean, you want everything to be the same on every shot, so it's good stuff.
No doubt. All right, so hope that answered your question, Stephen. And we'll go into some product releases now. There's a lot of them, so we'll chop them up a little bit because Dustin has some notes over
You did
there.
it first, too.
Yeah, we've got July 1st, 900 Global has the Inception, the Truth, the Special Ops, and the Drift. At the same time, July 1st, AMF Great Escape will be releasing. Just earlier this week, Brunswick, Deviant, and Radical announced the ball releases for the summer. They're doing 2 different releases. So July 12th, they will be releasing the Brunswick Mastermind Strategy and the Fanatic. Radical will be releasing the Guru Pearl Limited, and Deviant will be releasing the Grudge Hybrid and the Freakshow. And I talked to Nick at Brunswick yesterday. The Freakshow is a new price point for them. They haven't had anything there before. It's going to be similar performance to what we saw out of the Hooligan series, but at a little bit lower price point. And then July 13th, Motiv Forza GT. What else?
August 9th, we have the Brunswick Absolute Nirvana, the Fanatic BTU, which is pretty cool. It's actually a urethane type reaction.
You know what BTU stands for?
Something with burning.
Better than urethane.
Oh, better than urethane.
British thermal units.
I really like urethane, so I might be interested
This
in
is
that
better
one.
than urethane.
We have the Radical Ridiculous Pearl and Xeno. Deviant Vandal Smash and Deviant Pearl. Those are all on August 9th. And then coming soon, we don't have an exact date
Right.
at this point. We have the Columbia Swerve GT and Sideswipe, the Ebonite Warrior Supreme and Game Breaker 2 Phenom, the Hammer Dark Legend Solid and Rebel, as well as a new Widow Spare with the gas mask core. And Track has the Cyborg and the Heat Extreme.
Can I ask a question, Dustin, of you, sir,
Of me.
about this equipment? Why
Sure.
are so many bowling balls released in the summer when a lot of the country slows down their bowling because the weather's nice and they're on vacations or things like that? Why are there so many bowling balls released in the summer? Is that because they want to get ready for the next season, or?
That's part to do with it, yeah, but Bowl Expo is a big event every year, and that's basically when companies want to showcase their new items.
Bowl Expo is the world's largest bowling convention, is what it is.
It
It's
is
just
a
monster.
sight to see.
People come from around the world. If you've never been to one of those, and you get all kinds of people involved in the bowling industry one way or another, from insurance companies,
Yeah.
like Tony, to
Carpet.
kitchen supplies,
Yeah, there's
carpet.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We did a show from Bowl Expo a few years back when John and Brian were here, and I think they saw the after effect because it was towards the end, so I think they saw me run down a little bit. But yeah, so to answer that question, Dustin, like he said, a lot of the manufacturers want to showcase the product. They want to show it to everyone at one time, and this is trade show season. So from Bowl Expo will kick off the industry's trade shows, and then after Bowl Expo, you'll see all the distributor trade shows, and so all the product gets put out and ready for August release because we're slowly or quickly approaching next season already.
Well,
Summer's gone quick so far.
you guys run contests, don't you?
We do.
Oh my gosh, all kinds of contests.
Can I get in?
Yeah, sure. Bowlingball.com, we give away a bowling ball each week. All you have to do is click the 52-week, 52-winner image on the right side of the page to register. That contest does reset each week, so you need to make sure you register every week. And if you see, we haven't mentioned it before, but if you see a little modal pop-up, if you go to bowlingball.com and you see this image pop up on your screen with an email box, that'll also enter you into the contest as well for that week. You won't see that on a weekly basis. It's set on cookies on your machine. But if you do put your email address in there, you're already registered for the contest.
Bowlingboards.com also gives away a ball each week, and you can head over to bowlingboards.com. You can register an account. If you make one post per week, you're entered to win. And you can also go to their Facebook page, which is facebook.com/bowlingboards, and enter that way.
And Pyramid Bowling also has a weekly giveaway on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Pyramid Bowling. Check that out. Usually it's on a like, a share, or comment, and we give away all kinds of product, right? Not just
Yeah,
bowling balls.
bags, shoes, balls.
Everything. So check that out. Like we said earlier, all contests do reset each week, so be sure to sign up each and every week.
Get you some free stuff. All right, if you want to contact us, you can email us at questions@talkbowling.com. On Facebook, we are /talkbowling. On Twitter, we're @talkbowling. And you can leave a comment on any post on talkbowling.com.
All right, question of the week. Last week we asked, when did the former American Bowling Congress become the United States Bowling Congress? And the answer is January 1st, 2005.
A couple people got that.
Yeah.
Not too hard.
So that is when we switched governing bodies, or at least what the governing body is called.
I still refer to it as ABC sometimes. It's hard for me, but I'm careful in the articles when I refer to USBC.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the governing body for all of bowling.
Yeah.
You know, and they make the rules and regulations and set the patterns, and the bowling ball's got to be approved for use, and so they've done a pretty good job through the years. If what's their headquarters? Arlington, Texas.
They're in
now,
Arlington,
right?
yeah. Right next to Six
If
Flags.
you're ever through there, I think you can go through and visit.
Yeah, there's the Hall of Fame
Fame,
museum.
Hall of Fame
all that.
museum, yeah.
I had a kid ask me. I was in the bowling center recently, and my ring says ABC on it, and he had no clue what ABC was. No idea.
Do you wear bowling rings?
I wear one,
How
yeah.
about you, Dustin?
No, I
can't-
don't like rings.
Mine don't fit anymore. I'm so fat.
All right, the question of the week this week is: Who
Rich.
was the first?
Rich is gonna know the answer to this one,
Will
but don't say it.
Who
I
was
know
the
you know.
first PBA player to win the coveted Triple Crown of bowling?
Oh man, he just passed away not too long ago.
Light bulb went off.
Oh my
Good
God!
friend of
and
Rich's.
a great friend of mine. We grew up together in the same hometown.
Don't give it away then.
Oh my!
You can in a couple minutes
Yeah,
because
come
we're
on.
gonna.
Okay.
Rich is with us
Oh.
today, so we're gonna shoot a bunch of episodes. today.
We'll talk about that a little bit.
Thank
next
you.
one.
We'll give you a couple minutes. All right, in closing, please remember that bowlingball.com is free shipping on every item every day. No hidden handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees, no minimum purchase. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. Bowlingball.com, it's where bowlers go. Thank you very much.
See you next time.
Thank you.